September, DMO, game plan, decide where you want to be from like now to the end of the year, and get so clear on that and so honest with yourself. I think it does take a lot of like honesty. Be like, okay, have I given this my all? Have I shown up to my business? Have I given it what I could? I know for me, I have not given, even though as much as I love this business, I've been in it from the beginning, I love it so much. There no one could ever say a bad word about Beyond Beauty Club, because I'd literally punch them in the face. Like, it's my favorite thing ever. But have I given it my all? No, I haven't. I've let things get in the way. I've let doubts creep in. I've let like all those things that we naturally do as just humans, I've let that get in the way. So I definitely haven't given it what I could. So yeah, the reason why I'm not where I want to be is me. That's literally it. It's nothing to do with the company. It's nothing to do with the compensation plan. It's nothing to do with the products. We have everything we could possibly need. The only variable in this business is us, it's you. So my DMO is so basic, but it's working. So I do 3 TikToks a day. Oh, I love you, Carly. 3 TikToks a day, which might sound a lot, but for TikTok it's not. You can just get away with absolutely anything on there. Obviously just be intentional with what you're putting out there. What else do I do? 1 reel or grid post a day. So I'm always active in my stories, but I'm being more proactive on like my feed. So a post or a reel will go up every single day. This is throughout September, but I've personally done myself a 90-day game plan. So that is literally my socials done. And then obviously it feeds into my Facebook as well. Messaging 5 people a day, product, business. Yeah, procrastination is just the worst. Do you know what I have been reading or listening to? I have no time to sit and read a book. Everything's audible for me. But the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins, oh my God, we've probably listened to it already. I listened to it ages ago, but I think it's hitting different. I think when you're at different stages, it hits differently. So everything she's saying, I'm like, oh my God, like, and it's so good. Like in the morning, I'll be like, my alarm will go off. I'm like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up. And it's just and little things like I probably don't want to message people every day, because you do get the bit of an ick, but I'm like, no, you just have to. Well, I do anyway. I'm like 5 foot, and I just send the message and it's done. And I try and get as much of it out the way in the morning, so that I'm not like, oh my God, I still have this and this too. I am a notebook person. This is literally Tesco. I'm not even being bougie with my notebooks anymore, but I'm literally just getting it done. But yeah, the main thing is following the plan and not your mood, because this is what I need to do. I know, who is she? Tesco. Oh my God, it actually says Tesco on it. I'm a bit embarrassed. I'll take the tag off. But yeah, it's just getting so honest with yourself, where you're at, where you want to be. And every single level of your business requires a different version of you and a different level of you. So if you're, I don't know, brand partner free now, and you want brand champion, that will require you to do more. It will require more team. It will require more customers. Do you know what I mean? It's always going to be it's a different level at every time, at every place you're at. Thanks guys, picking me up. But yeah, that was it basically. September, I'm just so excited it's here. Reset, refocus, realign, get so honest with yourself. And it is, you can't go all in 100% of the time. That's not realistic. That's not how life works. That's not how business works. But if you go in for a short period of time, so just give yourself between now and the end of September, and then go again for October. But I'm doing a 90-day game plan. It was between September the 1st up until literally the end of the year, and that is where I'm going to impact on my business. Where I'm at now and where I want to be will be completely different by the end of the year. And I'm so excited to make it happen, and I just feel so ready to make it happen. But what me and Lynne have decided to do next, which I'm really excited, I've asked my team a few questions on how she got to brand leader 1 star, which she did not last month, the month before, which was incredible. And it's such a significant position in our company. And she's going to ask me a few questions that her team have asked me about how I hit brand champion 3-star. And then if we have time at the end, we'll open it up at the end, and you girls can ask any questions that we may not have covered. Do you want me to go first then with my first question?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, okay. So first question is, if you could tell yourself one thing at the beginning of your Beyond Beauty Club journey, that you didn't know now, but you know that you didn't know then, but you do now, what would it be?
And just so that everybody knows, we don't know the questions.
Oh yeah, we don't know the questions, which is the
Our
good bit.
questions.
We have not prepped. This is off the cuff.
Okay, so what's sorry, ask that question again, George.
So if you could tell yourself one thing at the beginning of your Beyond Beauty Club journey that you didn't know then, but you do now, what would it be?
I would say the most important thing, Lynn, is to keep your eye on the prize. Like keep your eye on the prize, because don't look any direction. Don't pay attention to all the stuff that's going on, as in, like, don't worry too much about what the figure looks like right now. Don't worry too much about whether last month was lower than what it should have been. Don't worry too much about whether that customer says no. Just keep your eye firmly on the prize of what you want, and regularly feel that feeling of it's done. Because what happens is too many times we get, and I did this, we get all impacted by what's going on round about us, instead of just imagine if you're driving your car and you were constantly trying to look out the like back window, or you're constantly turning around to talk to somebody that's sitting in the back seat, or even somebody beside you that's like a customer that was going to buy and then they don't, and you're distracted because you're not going to like always get to where you want to go. So just I would tell myself, remember to always keep your eye on the prize, Lynn, because it doesn't matter what's going on round about you right now. It matters where your vision is and how often you feel into that. Because whatever we're feeling into and that we want, that we feel in the inside, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. And it's not just going to happen because of the strategy we do, it's going to happen because of your energy. Like I say this to my team all the time, you can do every single we can all do a different strategy, right? Or we can all do the same strategy. But why does one person get there and another person doesn't? It's because what's going on inside of us. So just keep your eye on the prize at all time, no matter what happens, no matter whether the person that joined after you is ahead of you, or whether the person that was going to join you joined someone else's team. All the shizzle that goes on in this business, we just always need to keep our eye on the prize all the time, no matter what's going on around us.
I love that so much.
That's what I would say to that.
I love
So I
that.
asked some of the girls in my team, which I had to remind them 3 times because nobody was even getting back to me. So those of you on my team on here, you know who you are. I was like, why is no one answering me? Right, here is some of the questions. How did you, when you've obviously got to brand champion 3-star, which is 15,000 CV. When we did it, George, it was 16,000. But how did you build strong enough legs to get to BC3?
I think it's just finding people that I still agree with whatever place you're at, because you're, again, like I said a minute ago, even to go to another level, you still need a whole new team to get there. It's finding people that want to run with you, like people that are excited, and when you've got that, when you can like bounce off one another and you're running for something together, because it's as much as you want it yourself, it's so much more fun when you're running with other people because you want it, they want it, you run together, that momentum grows, and then that's what spirals, and then it builds into something amazing. But I think it's just finding a few key people that really, they see the vision, they get it, they want it, and they want to run with you. And I think when you get that, it just happens, not, I want to say easily, but it happens a lot quicker and a lot simpler because you've got that energy there. I think a lot of things is energy, and it is having that momentum and that excitement. And when it's so genuine and you're building that together, other people see that and they want to be a part of it. And then that's how you build a huge organization and a team and a community. But that's what I would say. It's just finding those key people, and it might take you. You might have to recruit quite a lot of people to then find those key people to run for the leadership positions, but it's worth it. And once you do, you're like, oh my God, yes, found my person. Let's go. That's what I'd say to that one. That's my turn, isn't it? Okay. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Okay, I like this one. Today, what has been your most memorable moment and challenging moment?
The most memorable moment was the 31st of July, which was the day that we did brand leader won, and it wasn't because of the actual title. It was because I've never seen anything in my life like what my team did together to get there. We literally woke up in the morning, and I can't even remember. Rachel will know this off the top of her head, but we had a lot to do that day. Maybe we had over 3,000. I can't remember. It was a lot. It was a lot of PB. And we woke up in the morning and we all knew we were in this. It was like, right, girls, this is what we've got to do. And every person felt, I mean, I know it's my team, but we all felt like we were part. I felt like, I didn't just feel like it was me that was going brand leader 1 star. I felt like we were doing some big team thing that wasn't even going to put me just up. It's so difficult to explain, but that is my most memorable. And I've been to Beverly Hills. I've been to the first brand trip. I've been to Italy. So there's been a lot of big things going on when I joined this business, but that by far, I don't even need to think about it. That 3,207.
Oh, wow.
3,207. But what was happening was the girls were like, right, got a radiance order, right, got a restore order, because I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that you were part of this and you were as important in this, whether you got one order of £30 or whether you got a big order of £300. Like, it's really important to me that people feel really, really, really good in the team, and we're all in this together. Like we're all in it together. You know, what is it they say, a rising tide lifts all ships. Like, we were all in it together. I've never experienced anything like that in my life, and it's so difficult to like say how that feels when your whole team are with you. And the thing that I love about it is when people in your team see that happening, that will filter into their team, because I know that I've got girls in my team that are going to go brand leader, that culture will then happen within their team, because we did that like on that day. It was just the best thing ever. What's been my most challenging thing in this business so far? Do you know, I do think, even although I'm a lot better at this, I still think the most challenging thing is when people don't do what they say they're going to do, right? It's like, I was talking to Emma about this the other day, and we were talking about mindset, and we were talking about when you know what the game is in this business. Like, so the game is some will, some won't, so what next? However, you will like sponsor someone, they'll come on board, you'll think they're going to be amazing, and then they do nothing. Someone else does something and builds a great business and then builds it up and then leaves out of the blue. Someone else you think is going to be amazing, like not as amazing. Someone else has done nothing for ages and suddenly it's. And I was speaking to Emma about, you know, like the Rocky movie when he's running through the streets. You know, the one, like, I love Sylvester Stallone, and I mean love. I don't just mean like, and I don't like any other, like, I like them, but Sylvester Stallone is my guy, right? I've even got a Rocky tattoo. So you know that scene where he's running through the streets?
Yeah.
Right, he's running through the streets and he's got his grey outfit on, and then suddenly like a group of kids come and start running with him. Another person start running with him, right? But then you've also got people at the side that are just watching. And some of the people running with him, there's more and more and more and more, but some of the people running with him, you notice, like, get further and further and further behind, and some of them stop. That's like our business. So we've got to run and be like the leader and lead ourselves, be on the leaderboard, get your own PV in, sponsor new people, just keep your eye on the prize and keep running. And then after a while you'll sponsor it and they'll be like, yeah, I'll run with you. And then someone else is going to run with you too. And then, you know, someone else is running, but there's someone over there that's just watching because they don't want to run, and that's fine. And then that person didn't want to run at the beginning, but they actually have seen how exciting it is and they start running. But then some people that are running then just stop running. And I think what happened, well, I don't think, this is what happens. We get affected by who's running at what speed, whether they stop, whether they start, and it affects our own energy. But that's just the nature of the game. Is some are going to run for the whole time you're running. Some are going to run a little bit with you. Some are never going to run with you. Some will walk and still cheer you on, and others will be standing at the sidelines, like in that Rocky clip, where they're just like clapping because they just like to support people, but they don't want to do anything. And I think if you ask lots of people, they'll say that is still one of their kind of bugbears. But you get way better at it the more that you just realize this is the game of this business. Like, this is the rules. This is what happens. So there's no point in me getting all annoyed with it as much, because I'll sponsor one person, they'll do nothing, someone else do a little, someone else they'll do a little, and then someone will come along and do a lot more. And the 80-15-5 rule, I think, is good. Sorry, I'm talking too much, George.
No.
80% of the people that join will do a little bit, like a little bit. 15% will do a little bit more. And then you'll have the 5% that really, really go for it. But what a lot of us do is we've tried to move the 80% into the 5%. We're like, come on, you can do BC1 by tomorrow, right? And it doesn't work. You can't move an 80%. People need to go whenever they want to go, at whatever level they want to go, and it's just about us being Rocky.
And also just not taking it personally. Like, it doesn't mean it's anything to do with you, because it's not. It's nothing
not.
to do with you.
And when you think of yourself, you don't like stop or start because your upline has said
No.
has not phoned you that day, or like what, it's just, as long as we know more, like, that this is the game. This is the game. Some people do start, some people stop, some people say yes, some people, it just is what it is. So next question for you is, do you lean more on sales or recruitment? Did you lean more on sales, George, or recruitment to get to BC3?
Recruitment. I obviously you need both. You can't, it's literally both. And obviously sales probably definitely more important. But if you want the leadership business and the leadership titles, so that's obviously brand champion, brand leader, brand legend, you can't do that. It's impossible to do it on your own. Like, you just can't. You need a team. And I'm very much, I love when I bring someone into my business and they go on to impact their life and change their life in different ways, whether that's them using obviously clients using the product, but when you've got, especially for me, I'm a single mum, if I bring other mums in like me and they can do more with their kids, they change their life, like, financially, nothing excites me more than that. Like, that is my absolute favorite thing about this industry, and why I'm so proud to be a part of it, because it's an opportunity for ordinary people to create an extraordinary life, if that's what you want. Like, some people in this call might not want that, and that's absolutely fine. But for me, that is what I want, and I love and it might not even be like the biggest impact. It might just be someone making an extra £100 to £200, but that's their play money with the kids. That's more days out with the kids. All of that. That is that I love it so much. So I definitely do lean on recruitment more. As I just buzz a bit more. Like, I obviously love my clients. I love that they're going to get amazing skin and that, but I just think maybe it's just personally because it's as a single mom, I want financial freedom, independence, all those things. So I think when it connects and it's very personal to you, that is when you get excited. But definitely, I mean, you can't reach those titles without a team. You can't do it alone. You need people that want to run with you, like you said, being Rocky, and you find your other Rockies and you all do it together, and then it's very special. But there is just so much to gain from this industry, and whether people come in just as a affiliate and obviously they sell the product. Like, there's girls that went to Beverly Hills last year, they didn't build a big team, that was clients. So you can do it in so many different ways. It's just finding what works for you. But I do love working with like-minded women, other mums, to just build something extraordinary and amazing. So recruitment for leadership, 100%.
And one thing about the running and the Rocky thing and what you've just said is that Rocky wasn't running and putting people on his back, right?
He wasn't dragging.
Like, come on, his back.
Please come with me.
And sometimes we do try to, when someone in my team says, I need to just motivate my team. No, you don't. You can't motivate your team. You cannot motivate your team. Yeah, you can go first and inspire them. And yeah, you can share trainings and information with them. But we just can't, it's not our job to motivate our team. This is, we're all self-employed. We're all doing this for our own vision and goals and reasons. So not once did he pick someone up and put them on his back. He just kept running and showed them the way. he was going, and they either followed or they didn't, and some started, stopped. So that's just an analogy I always think about. Am I doing this to try and motivate somebody, or am I doing it because I genuinely want to share something and inspire them? And am I trying to pull my team along? Am I trying to be like, come on, like, or are you genuinely all excited together? And there's a difference.
Yeah, there's
And
a
it
big
comes with
difference.
numbers. Yeah,
Nothing will drain your soul more than dragging.
correct.
Honestly, it's the worst thing you could ever do.
And
Yeah,
that's just a
don't
numbers
do
game
that.
as well, George. I mean, you'll probably agree with me. That's just a numbers game. Like if
Yeah,
you have a team right now and nothing's happening, you just need to put a few more numbers in there.
yeah, 100%. There's saying there's nothing a new team can't solve. Like there's nothing recruiting a new person can't solve. Like you are in charge of changing the trajectory, I can never say that word, of your business. It's completely on you. Okay, next question. This leads on quite nicely actually. How did you stay motivated when results or recognition didn't come quickly?
I'm not overly driven by recognition, so that didn't really affect me. But when I was at BC3 for quite a while before I got BL1, how did I stay motivated? I just never lost like what I came here to do. Like I just never put it down. That's bigger than any doubt. I watched something the other day and it was a coach talking about your doubts and your excuses and your BS beliefs. That's not a good enough excuse not to go for your dreams. So pick another one. And then someone else was saying like, oh, I've got no time or I've got this. Well, that's not a good enough excuse not to go for your dreams. So pick another one. And it was like all excuses are equal, right? Because we all have all different ones. But when you're just purely like focused on what you came here to do, like I just reminded myself a lot, I didn't come this far to only come this far. Like I did not come this far to only come this far. And of course there was times that I was annoyed and I was like, why is this not moving quicker? And for some people everything's relative, right? Because some people it might have gone, that might have been fast for them to get to one particular level, but for someone else it was slower. But for me, I felt I had gone slow. And I was kind of like hovering about that level. But I know why I was hovering about that level, because I kept focusing on that level for a little bit too long and not keep focusing on what I said about like the vision and where I'm going and not paying too much attention what's happening. Because sometimes when you feel crap about this business, you start to look at everything that's going on right now and then you start to think of all the hows. Well, how can I do this and how can I do that? And it holds you back a little bit. And then you get into the comparisonitis game, which is like, oh, look at her and she's better than me and she's going up the comp plan quicker and all that. Can't remember what that question was. That I hope I've answered it.
How you say motivate, but just remembering why you came here and what your bigger goals are. But which is literally where I'm at now. Like I want to hit the position you're at, and if I allowed my excuses to take over, then I wouldn't be here. Like it's ridiculous. If you want it bad enough, then that you just keep going. You just the people that win are the ones that just never give up. They're stubborn. They keep going because they want it. Like you've got to want it so much.
Imagine getting to it like when you're 105, right? Imagine getting to like being 105 and somebody said, why didn't you go after that goal that you really wanted to be on Beauty Club? And you say, well, do you know what? I was really worried about posting on social media. Or I kept thinking, oh, I just won't attract like really good people to join me because like I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
You've just gone for it.
Yeah, ridiculous. And yeah, comparison is the thief of joy. And honestly, no one cares. No one cares as much as you think they do. No one is watching you like you think they are. As much as you're like, oh, what will people think? They don't care. They do not care. And if they do care, they're not paying your bills. So okay.
I saw Emma share something, Georgina, you've just reminded me of it ages ago, and I've seen it on the socials before, and it said something along the lines of, imagine meeting at the end of it all, imagine meeting the version of you
could have been. That one, I love that one. That one, that's really
goosebumps, right? Yeah, that's like goosebumps because it's like, oh my god, imagine meeting the version of you that you could have been.
That's heartbreaking. Yeah, don't let that go, because everyone knows what they're so capable of. Like we all have this ideal of who we want to be, how we want to show up, the type of person we want to be. Like, but if the vision's there, it's because it's there. Like, you can do it. You've just got to absolutely just never give up and keep striving for more. Yeah,
Okay,
and
is
there
it
will
me
be
to ask you a
setbacks.
question now? It's me to ask you a question. Okay,
Is it?
so
Okay, go.
so we do one more question each because I'm just conscious of.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you reach more people? How did you grow your network? Because obviously at the beginning you must have had X amount, and to get to
Mhm.
BC3, how did you grow the network?
It's literally just so boring. It's consistency. You've just got to show up every day, can like build those relationships on social media, obviously and in person. But my business is built. I won't lie. I don't do it's all social media, mostly Instagram. So it's just building on those connections every single day, and it is the tedious stuff that we're like, oh God, got to do this again. But that's what builds your business, is building those relationships on Instagram. Make sure you're engaging with people, putting up content that you would want to see. I always view my profile, I'm like, would I follow this person? I would follow me. Okay, I like my shit, and I don't put stuff out there just for the sake of it. It's with intention. But yeah, it's just creating, like, your social media is like your shop window into who you are, what you're doing, and the more consistent you are with it, the more people will see it, and like, you create intrigue. You know, you're sharing a story. Storytelling is huge, and I do a lot of that in my stories. I'll especially if I'm putting recruitment and that up. It's all, if I share a story of like some sort of journey, that's when people are, oh my God, and they ask questions. Like, and the thing that works for me the most, that I don't do enough of, and every time I do it, please know I'll recruit, is when I do talking videos or lives. Do I like doing them? No, I absolutely hate them. Have I done them one this month yet? No, I haven't. But every time I do it, I will recruit. And I think it's because it's personal, isn't it? People get to know you. Like, I can put up a very like well-angled photo, but people don't know who I am. They have no idea who I am if I don't show people. Like, you've got to show people who you are. And at the end of the day, people will buy from you or join you because they know, like, and trust you. And you've got to, you know, put yourself out there to then get that. But
Okay,
yeah, the ones that work for me the most are, you know, the stories, talkings, and I hate them, but they work.
amazing. Right, last question. Round up.
Okay, hang on. Let me just read through and decide what one I want to pass you. What's one's better?
Ask me a combo, and then I'll answer.
Okay. I'll ask these two. They're quite good. Who's inspired you the most? And what key lesson did they teach you?
Oh my God, who's inspired me the most, like, in the world?
Well, I can be anything in the business, in the world. I mean, Rocky, obviously.
Sylvester Stallone. Um, oh my gosh, who's inspired me the most? So many different types of people. Like, I'm a big personal development like girl. I read a lot of
Mhm.
things and listen to a lot of podcasts and just lots and lots of things I do. I love all that kind of stuff. And I don't just have one particular person, do you know that? But I can tell you like an aspect of a person that really inspires me the most. The people that are, and there's tons of them in our business, the people that are real, ordinary people and actually show up as who they actually are brave enough. Being brave inspires me so much. Like, see, if I heard somebody on the stage or on a Zoom like this talking and they were nervous, that would inspire me way more than somebody that had it polished. Somebody
Mhm.
that got up and was totally like polished. And I am so inspired by the women in this industry that come in and they're afraid. They need to really take a massive dose of brave. They do it even although when it feels. I remember when I first came into this industry, somebody saying to me, "You've got to do a Facebook Live, Lynne," and I was like, "I'm not doing a Facebook Live. I don't want to do a Facebook Live." And I remember actually thinking, I'll have to have a gin and tonic before I go on and do that Facebook Live. This was years and years and years ago. And I was serious. I thought I was going to have, because I just thought, how can I like go live and start speaking to people? So I know what it takes to push yourself out beyond like what you think you're capable of, or you're worried about what everybody else is thinking. But I just love it when people, like women in our club, push themselves more than what they thought, and then they become more than what they probably thought. So I don't have anybody in particular. I like lots of different people, and I'm inspired by lots of people.
Yeah.
like different aspects of them, but I can't say that I've just got one person that, oh my God, they inspired me so much as such. And I don't want to just pick one person out of the club, because I don't want anybody like going, why did you pick me then? Why did you?
Hello.
But it does inspire me. The people that are afraid and still go for it, the people that's voice is shaken but they still speak up, the people that push themselves beyond what they truly kind of wanted to do because it's way out their comfort zone, but they've done it and they feel so good about themselves. And even the people that are consistent, right? Because
Yeah.
that word is so, like, we talk about that word as if it's so unsexy, but it'll change your whole business and your whole bank account. So when people are truly consistent doing something, that mega inspires me. Like, see, when people did 75 hard before I finished mine, I was so inspired by their level of discipline and consistency, because I was like, Jesus, imagine doing that for 75 days. Like, if you don't know about it, it's like a program you do, and you do different, you do 40, an hour and a half of exercise a day split up. You've got to drink a gallon of water, on a diet, no alcohol, read a 10 pages of personal development book, take a progress picture every day, every single day for 75 days. And I just finished it in June there. And I was so inspired by people that had done that because of the commitment of consistency that that takes, because it's not always easy, it's not always convenient, it's a pain in the ass some of the time, but I love people who are consistent and disciplined and really just go for it and do what they say they're going to do. So that was a very long answer to what could have been a very short answer.
No, I'm just
have...
going to pick up on that though. I don't think it's any coincidence that you did 75 hard, finished it in June, and then hit brand leader in July, because again, it's that consistency. And it was 75 days. As I mean, it looked so hard. It was so hard. You're fucking amazing for what you did. But it's a short burst compared to the whole year, 75 days. It's a short period of action. So you went all in, but then look at the outcome. Like, you look phenomenal. Apparently I can't talk tonight. You hit a new promotion. Do you know what I mean? And it just goes back to that short periods of time, those short bursts of action, just going in, all in on your business and your goals for that short period of time. And the outcome is huge. And you are literally proof of that.
Thank you, George.
You're welcome.
Thank you. This has been a great call. You've been amazing tonight, Georgina, and you were a bit nervous because you've not done...
Thanks. I haven't done one of these in ages, but hi, I'm back.
Welcome back, baby cake.
Okay, no, thanks for having me. Love you. Bye,
Thank
girls.
you, everybody, for coming on, and we won't see you again because we won't be hosting next week, but we're back again next week, and it's going to be 8 o'clock every single week from now on in. Have a beautiful rest of your week, everyone.
Bye. We can end it.